And welcome into the Tournament of Champions, coming to you live from Brigham City, Utah, as we have the Women's Pro Gold Medal match coming up here from John A. Gullo Medal Court. What should be a fantastic match between Lucy Kovalova and Simone Jardine. Dane Stewart, joined here by Joey Farias. Did I say that right?
Farias.
Pleased to be joined by Joey. Joey, we've got a fantastic matchup coming up here in this gold final.
Yes, these ladies have battled it out in many finals of some of the biggest tournaments we have.
Okay, here we go. This is game one, best 2 out of 3 to 11. Simone is serving.
We're going best 2 out of 3 here in this gold medal match. Simone will start off here 0-0. Jardine coming out of
side out.
The winner's bracket, has yet to lose as a quick side out here. His service will head over to Kovalova.
0-0.
Nice lob shot there. Simone able to handle it well.
Another lob to the corner. What a smash by Simone's backhand. She is one of the few ladies that can handle the high ball to the backhand as well as anybody in the game.
Saw that yesterday from Jennifer Dawson in some of the mixed double action. She was fantastic with it. Good placement there in the first point of the match, the way of Jardine.
One,
1-0. Kovalova, nice job of moving Jardine side to side for the side out.
Kovalova, one of the biggest hitters in the game, even with on the guy's side, just clean ball striker. You're going to see her try to really put her power into play and keep Simone on her heels.
Opportunity. Jardine doing that same thing to get the side out back. Been calling doubles the last couple of days, and all of a sudden you're thrust into this. It's a very different game.
Super different. You're going to see a lot more passing shots. Not so many of these slow dink rallies here in singles.
Nice idea there by Kovalova, but couldn't get it in. Another point for Jardine. 2-0 here in the gold medal match. Wow, great job by Jardine here.
Jardine moving all around the court like she does. Oh, what a shot, just out.
Wow, how about the action? Simone Jardine, fantastic battle there, and able to outlast Kovalova for the point.
She is absolutely the best scrambler in women's pickleball. Reach. There's another showing of the scrambling ability of Simone Jardine there. Kovalova with 2 great shots, and Simone somehow puts it in the kitchen and wins that point.
I was going to say, the last couple of times it seems like Lucy's had really good shots, and Simone's been able to cover and ends up coming away with points. 4-0 here.
Side out.
Side out, and now Lucy Kovalova with a chance to make a bit of a run here. Trying to get back in this first game.
0-4. Side out.
Leaving her passing shots a little too high right now. Simone's really covering that court really well. I believe she's going to have to dial it in and get a little more of the net. She's going to battle out to get back into this match.
Side out.
Another side out here. Service back over with Kovalova. Nice place.
There's that double-handed backhand you see mostly in the women's game. You've got a couple of guys that will hit that, but it seems like the women generate more power off that. It's a little more traditional to the women's game right now.
1-4 the score here in the gold medal match. Nice reach from Jardine.
She's on it. Jeez.
Side out.
One of those where the kitchen may be to blame on that one. Lucy well aware of coming across that no volley zone and just left that a little bit shy to get over the net side.
Run. Point.
5-1 the score here. First game of the gold medal match. Joey, with the score being what it is, would you expect a timeout in this situation and let that go another point or two?
I would expect a timeout. It looks like Jardine's just finding her groove right now, and Lucy needs to figure out a way to stop it. And one of the best ways with pickleball and their rules is using those 2 timeouts you get in the game to try to slow the momentum down.
Talk about finding a groove. I don't know how Simone fit that one in, but she just did an incredible shot. 6-1.
Nice.
Side out. Run 6.
Service from Kovalova, 1-6 here. Wide.
Side out. Run. Point.
To the net. 7-1.
7-1.
Wow.
That one in.
Right in the back corner.
I tell you what, Simone Jardine, she's in the, I mean, you talk about finding her groove, but man, the way she is just spraying the court right now, not
like
much you can do.
Looks like she's seeing that pickleball like a beach ball right now. It's just...
Point. 9-1.
How about the rare ace there?
Yes, Lucy thought it was going out and did not play the ball.
Point.
Just like that, we're at game point. 10-1 here for Simone Jardine.
10-1.
There it is.
Point and game.
First game, the way of Jardine, 11-1.
Jeez, Jardine firing on all cylinders right now.
All right, ladies, you have 2 minutes.
Really
Which
using that
side?
forehand to dictate the points.
What a performance in that first game from Simone Jardine. And now we've got kind of a cool opportunity here. We're going to welcome in Irene Tereshchenko. And Irene, first of all, congratulations. Had a really great run in this tournament in the mixed doubles as well as the senior or the women's pro. You went up against both of these women, Lucy as well as Simone. Tell us what that was like and what you saw in game 1 out of this gold medal match.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for having me. Yes, I played Lucy twice in this tournament, and both times we battled. And I played Simone just a little bit earlier today. So far, obviously, I hope you guys enjoyed the first game because great athleticism, great skill level. Hopefully, maybe there's a third set coming up. What do you think, Joey?
Right now it looks like Simone's just firing on all cylinders. She is unbelievable, and Lucy needs to really start dictating with that forehand of hers and trying to figure out a way to get around her backhand and use her power to keep Simone on her heels.
Yeah, I would totally agree. That's the winning strategy for Lucy. If she can dictate with her serves and returns and look for favorable third balls, she has a chance.
What would be the key for Lucy in this second game? That first game obviously going 11-1 dominant by Simone. What's something that Lucy should look to attack or do differently in game 2 here?
Maybe Lucy can take advantage of the side that she's playing on. It seems like she will be able to serve a little bigger and take the ball early on the third shot to try to keep Simone back. That's her best bet.
1-0.
Absolutely.
1-0 advantage for Kovalova. how do you go about that? I love your opinion here. I mean, Simone is just her ability to cover the court on display in game one, even on that right there. So far back, Lucy plays the drop shot. She's able to come up, cover. I mean, how do you defend, or how do you attack that better where she's so quick and her ability is so good to cover everywhere?
Well, I think it's her skill is obviously a combination of two things: her great anticipation and physical ability. She's one of the fastest players on the tour. She does like to play some patterns, so if you play her enough, you can look into a few things, but always it's difficult to win quick points against Simone. You have to be able for her to chase down the shots. And it'll probably take you 4 or 5 to eventually put the ball away from you.
Yeah, absolutely correct. Just expect the ball back every time you're playing Simone. There we go again. Wow. Scrambling point that Simone takes.
Side out there, service coming over with Jardine. That's the tough thing. I mean, that time Lucy coming up, playing right at the kitchen, and the angle that Jardine's able to create with that shot. It's not what she can do. Have another look at it there from Jardine.
2-1.
Cut down, played well by Lucy.
That's probably one of the best plays for Lucy. If she can keep the return deep and drop shot the next ball, that will help.
1-2.
Trailing here 1-2. Nice rally here. That one set long by Lucy.
Lucy is doing a good job of doing what Irina said, really using this side with her serve and keeping Simone back. That's going to be a great way for her to stay in this.
2-1.
Alrighty, we have a senior women's single pro.
2-1.
On court 7.
2-1 here.
Sponsored by Fox Elder Credit Union. We have Jennifer
Side out.
versus Vivian.
If you guys notice, obviously, these are two players with different styles. Lucy's kind of power rhythm hitter. Simone's way more of a grinder. She's already using slices and other off-page shots to make it a little bit more difficult for Lucy to get rhythm. She's taking her strike zone away. So it's always a fun strategy matchup, and Simone is definitely showing a great discipline executing correct strategy against the player like Lucy on a day like today.
Wow, what a job to cover that first one. There's no way to get back to the other side and the side out.
There's that length from Kovalova that she uses so well when she's playing singles out here. Really good out on the stretch on that forehand side especially.
I mean, we had to deal with that length in the mixed double final yesterday, right?
Yes, sometimes we had a hard time dropping the ball in front of Lucy.
Yeah.
2-2.
I think
Long.
what's interesting to see in the last few years in pickleball, I think players have improved quite a bit, and they adjusted their strategies and their styles. So even Lucy, take Lucy maybe 2 years ago and look at her doubles, mixed doubles and singles performance. She was a lot more one-dimensional, and right now she's added several shots to her arsenal. She can mix up the game, and I think that's why you notice her success in mixed doubles and in women's doubles.
Absolutely right.
3-2.
That one won't get in. Just trying to take a stab at that. Not much chance for Lucy on that. Just hoping it comes down in play and doesn't.
4-2.
4-2 here.
great shot by Simone there. Using that wind, she's playing against the wind and understands that she can get a little more on it, even some height, get the ball to drop.
5-2.
How difficult has this wind been to play in? It's been fairly constant at this tournament. Yesterday, moments where it wasn't quite there to the same velocity as Friday and today. Is that something where players have started to get accustomed to that now that we're in the third day, or is that still affecting things, do you think?
I think it's always definitely a variable that people do get somewhat used to, but we have a lot of players that aren't used to the altitude as well up here, where balls will sail a little bit more, and then you add the wind, and it just adds even a little bit more of the possibility of balls kind of flying on you a little bit.
3-5, and Lucy able to paint the line there. Nice hit from Kovalova. 4-5 now our score.
And one thing you guys can notice from watching some of these matches on the women's circuit, that everybody's kind of fighting till the last moment. Like you look at the body language of the players, their concentration. Lucy definitely doesn't want to go away in this match.
Side out there. 5-4 here. Service from Jardine. Lucy was able to keep her back that time. You mentioned that strategy a little earlier. 4-5 here.
Alright, our next event is going to be men's single open throw. Going to be on
nice run put on by Kovalova, tying up our second game here, 5 apiece.
It's going to be Tyson McGuffin versus Tyler Loon.
5-5.
McGuffin and Loon. Court 10, referee Linda.
Point.
Timeout taken by Jardine. Kovalova leading the second game, 6-5. After Jardine had taken the first, we'll be back with the conclusion of the second game here in the women's pro gold medal match. And welcome back here, game number 2, the gold medal match in the women's pro bracket. Kovalova, Jardine. Jardine winning game 1, 11-1. Kovalova leading here 6-5. She scored 5 unanswered points. Jardine took the timeout. If you're taking that timeout, what are you kind of telling yourself? Is that just to catch your breath? What's your thought in this situation with that timeout?
I think every player is very different, so strategically speaking, it was a great timeout. Knowing Simone's demeanor, she was just probably trying to reset and rest a little bit and break Lucy's momentum.
One was in.
Some players enjoy receiving coaching during the timeouts, so definitely personal preference how people handle it.
7-0 run by Lucy here in game 2.
Yeah, she's starting to really use this side of the court to her advantage right now. With the wind picking up, it seems like just a little bit more, it could be a big momentum change, especially if they go to a third game where Lucy will get the stronger side on the last half of that game.
Nice finish there by Lucy for the side out. And one of the things I'm trying to recall, and you guys could help me with this more than I could. Jardine has made long runs in the doubles, the mixed doubles. Fatigue. This is day 3, ending late in the tournament. I mean, are we starting to see some of that fatigue set in a little bit, or do you think that's not really a factor? Players are used to that.
I think everybody's tired.
Okay.
Simone does play a more physical game. You can look at different styles. Her points are longer. She puts a lot more energy into her shots, and by comparison, you can look at Ben barely any effort. I try to keep it also medium effort. Joey Farias, barely any effort. So that also plays a role, but physically, everybody's tired.
Yeah.
By this time now, all these matches, just every match here at this time, have been extremely difficult.
Side out there, and a nice battle now between both sides. I mentioned the big run just a moment ago by Kovalova.
5-9.
Well done by Kovalova.
Great point.
Lucy with one of the few drops you'll see from her, and then using her reach again to poke it right past somebody there.
9-5. Point. Timeout's been called.
Another timeout taken here with Kovalova leading in the second game, 10-5 in the gold medal match.
The AMP technology is the best court technology available.
I mean, I feel taller. I feel better looking.
I'm looking for a paddle that looks good, feels good, and sounds good.
I definitely think there is a larger sweet spot.
It's got a huge amount of control. The ball really stays on the paddle for a long time.
So much more forgiveness, which I like. It's a lot of power.
Felt good. It had a lot of power with a lot of control.
It'd probably be one of the ones yesterday. You know, gosh, I don't know. The bronze medal match in the men's double was good. That one yesterday was good. Kovalova, right? Jardine.
Okay, 9 still with me. 1.
And I thought your guys' match yesterday was really fun, especially because the way the first game went and then it's coming back.
Girls ready? Back in play.
Awesome.
10-5.
Welcome back.
Side out.
5, a side out, and that went into the net.
5-10. Point.
And that is service back over, or excuse me. It was
By the
service
way,
by
Simone, you're out of
Jardine,
timeouts,
yep.
so you have 2 left.
So 6-10. Can Jardine put together a run here? Into the net.
Side out.
Side out.
This is probably one of the best sets I've seen Lucy play strategically. She was executing very well.
Point game. 11-6.
There's that reach again. Just
All right, ladies, we'll go to game 3 in 2 minutes.
again right past Simone there.
Kovalova taking the second set, 11-6. We've got game 3 coming up. The gold medal on the line here from the Tournament of Champions in Brigham City, Utah.
Here we go. 0-0.
Game 3 of the gold medal match in the women's pro division. Kovalova, Jardine. Dane Stewart here, joined by Joey Farias and Irina Terashenko. Both of you have pointed out the wind in this game coming from the right side of your screen to the left, and at 6 we'll switch sides. Joey, you had pointed out the advantage that could be for Lucy Kovalova in this one.
I think Simone's going to really try to get as big a lead because she understands where that wind might play a factor. So she's going to, as you can see right now, she's really trying to dial it in on this side, get as big a lead as she can for the change, and hope she can squeak out some points on that harder side playing against the wind here.
3-0.
Yeah, returns falling short, playing against the wind. That's a huge thing in singles in both the women's and the men's game. Your returns fell short. These players are top notch at being able to pass easier shots like that.
This game starting out much like that first. Kovalova sends it long, and it's now 5-0 for Jardine.
5-0.
Well covered by Lucy for the side out.
Yeah, Simone is definitely one of the most strategically sound players on the circuit, and then gives her a lot of confidence in her ability. She can problem solve well.
Nice point there by Lucy. To the point you were making, Joey, you feel like if Lucy could get 3 or 4 on this north end of the court, that'd go a long way once they switch sides.
Yes, I do think so. They can play a big part of this match, her squeaking out some points here on this side right before the turnover.
One that Simone would love to have back, huh?
Very much so. Very
2-5. Right out.
Interestingly enough, early in the day, the side that Lucy is playing on right now was the better side. So at least the first 2 games that I played today, that side was better.
5-2.
And I think that takes us to a general point that you brought up, just the wind conditions and the temperature and altitude. It definitely makes players adjust their style, which I think is a fantastic challenge. It's, you have to deal with adversity. For me, it's super fun, so I enjoy it.
That one was out.
Side out.
Both players had differing views on that.
Yeah, a little exchange there.
Well done by Lucy.
Calm and collected on the finishing shots.
Yeah, you have another look there, and boy, Jardine had to run nearly to the fence to keep that previous shot in play. Lucy able to play it back. 2-5 here. Reminder at 6. We'll have the players switch sides here in game 3. That one in.
There we go. And as you can see, Lucy, one of the biggest hitters in the game on both the men's and women's side. She's capable of hitting through this wind, I think, a little bit easier.
3-5.
3-5.
Point.
Coming back with that backhand, Lucy, well done.
Side out.
Side out as that one was played wide.
5-3.
Serve it back with Simone. That takes us to 6. 6-3, the advantage for Jardine.
1, 2,
And welcome
3, 4.
back here.
Thank you. All right, ladies, ready
Game
to begin
3.
again?
Simone with service, leading here 6-3. Won the first game 11-1, dropped the second 11-6. What a job. Great rally there. And the side out. And that one pushed just wide by Lucy. So we've talked about, I mean, in this match in particular, both of you talked about maybe that southern end having the advantage. What would be important for Jardine playing from the north, going into that wind? What can she focus on? What should she really try to do, being at that disadvantaged side?
Try to get off the baseline, figure out how to maybe roll or third ball in, and try to get into the kitchen after the third shot.
A couple of points quickly there for Jardine, now leading 8-3. Mentioned she came through the winner's bracket, so if Jardine wins this one, she wins the gold. If Lucy's able to come back, we would play another match to 15s. Another point.
Those are 2 excellent rolls that Simone executed.
A little surprised here that Lucy isn't taking a timeout. Are either of you?
She doesn't seem to be one that uses. You see in the first game, kind of got away from her fast, and she never really used the timeouts. Different players with different strategies. You saw Simone was using both of hers and the set she lost.
Wow.
Oh, that win.
Wow, a couple of great shots by Lucy, but Simone up to the task and wins the point.
And you can see a little bit of personalities coming out of the players. Obviously, Simone is Brazilian, so she's very...
That one out, and that's the match. Jardine takes the game 11-3. She wins the match 11-1, 6-11, 11-3. And it's Simone Jardine winning the gold medal match here at the Tournament of Champions in the Women's Pro Division. Joey and Arena, your final thoughts on this championship match?
I think it was a great battle. Thank you for the opportunity to hang out with you guys and watch this. I think the spectators enjoyed it as well. And great end of a fantastic tournament for the women's division, women's pro division.
Yeah, as you saw, Simone came out really hot in that first game, imposing her game, you know, kind of rolling the ball, slowing the ball down, making Lucy really move. And then game 2, you saw Lucy using her power to keep Simone back and make an adjustment there to take that game. And one of the best adjustment makers in the game right now is Simone, and she was able to do that in that third and final game and kind of run away with it there.
One of the things that I think speaks to how good Simone was in this tournament and today in the match was both had pointed out, you know, playing from that north end, and yet it was 5 unanswered points from Simone Jardine from that north end. She led 6-3. They switched. She wins the game 11-3 on her way to winning the gold medal match here at the Tournament of Champions. Congratulations to Simone Jardine, the gold medal winner. We'll be back with more medal action here from the Tournament of Champions live from Brigham City, Utah in just a little bit.